just gonna get Castor into position here so that camera can see him well. And we're gonna work on some body targeting, which we haven't really done a whole lot of. I'm just gonna ask him to touch the target here. That's also part of our Mustang Maddie's course that we're working on. So I'm just gonna kind of work on a little bit of a forehead target. I'm gonna present my hand up, and then if he doesn't go toward it, which he did there, I'm gonna use my target to just show him what I want, and he'll go to touch the target, and he'll touch my hand in the process. So there he touches. There you could see he pushes his hand up, or his head up to touch my hand. But really, like, we haven't done a lot of body target. We did a little bit with his ears because when I first got him, he was really weird about his ears, and I just let him touch his ears to me. But really, besides that, we didn't do a whole lot. So I'm gonna hold my hand up there. He touches, I click, and then I'll feed. So the requirements for the course was forehead target. I've also moved on to like cheek and neck, and I want to do withers, which I know other people do as well, like a Mustang camp does up to the withers, and we also needed to work on that. But this is our little bit of our beginning of a forehead target. I probably should have used the target a little bit more, the handheld target, to show him exactly what I wanted. I think I faded away too soon. That was actually a really good one. And I also don't want to do a ton of forehead targeting because he really doesn't need it, and I don't want him to get confused with his stay cue. So that was another reason. I'll look up what else I need to do here. So we're going to work on some standing as well. I always throw that in. That's really good behavior to just practice at random times. And he's really good with that. We're going to work on the cheek target. He's pretty good with that too because it's very similar to the ear. Like I would put my hand up by his ear and he would touch his ear to my hand. So he's pretty good with the cheek. Again, I'm just holding my hand a few inches from his head. He'll move his head to my hand and I will click when he touches me. So I'm just going to hold it up here. He touches me, and you can start like on their nose. Usually that's pretty much the easiest place to start because they're used to targeting like your handheld target or cones and stuff with their nose, and then you can work down the side of their face to their neck. I found the most trouble with the neck. I think I probably faded the target. That was actually very nice. I faded the target out too early. That was definitely the issue. This looks good. So I needed to just use that target a lot more to show him like, hey, this is what I want. So again, like I'm waiting way too long and I touched him there. I should have brought that target up to show him what it was that I wanted. And you can get frustrated because that first one he did or the second one he did was so good. Like he had a really nice neck target to me. So I'm like, I know he knows it, because he did it once or twice, but he doesn't quite know it yet. So I should just be using that target instead so he's not confused and I don't have all this latency where he's just taking forever to my cue. I don't want that built in. I present him with the hand target and then I wait 5 seconds and then he touches it. Like, I don't want that built in and it's showing me he doesn't understand what I want. So, but that's what we're working through right now. So again, I should have had my target out and you'll see some other videos later on with that same thing of us working on the body targeting because I'm adding it into his saddling process as well, which we're also working through because he's had the surcingle on and you guys have seen that, but he hasn't had the saddle girthed on him. He's had the saddle on his back, but not girthed up. So you'd probably be able to see a little bit better from this angle. So that's a really nice, like, mid-head target, I guess. I don't know what part that would be. And then we'll do cheek. Click there. That was good. And I only do a little bit of, like, the head ones because he's pretty good with that. That looks nice. Just to kind of show him, like, hey, we're doing targeting, and then we're really just working on that neck, and that front part of the neck is where we're at right now. That looks really good. Like anything past like a hand or so, like that looks good. Length past like on his neck, he kind of struggles with. So, which is not ideal, but I should have definitely used my target. Like I threw my target on the ground. Like I should have been having it help me out here. But this side does look better. So he does like, yeah, he's performing a lot better on this side specifically, which is nice because then you guys can see it better than that other side. But I definitely still should be using that target to help me out. Really nice. That looks good. They usually have a harder time with that shoulder and the withers to kind of step towards you, especially if you've used I mean, negative or positive reinforcement to teach them to step away. Like they usually don't teach the step towards you. So I'm just gonna give them a jackpot here, but they're usually used to not stepping towards you, like you don't want that. So they can get really confused with that. So that can be a little bit tricky one to teach.